Hello and welcome to the Darby Creek Diaries. I'm so glad you stopped by for a quick little tag and shaped card tutorial. I had to kind of switch gears because the kit that Hero Arts had for these ornaments, well, they sold out within a day. So I will explain some of the little extras we added, but I wanted to be able to show you how to do some tags if you didn't have any special dies. For instance, these are just two circle dies that are in a stacking set. So I just used two different sizes and we're going to make a snowman out of it. And the hat happened to come from that kit because it was already cut. But you could make little squares and a rectangle and make a hat really easily. So just use what you have. I used up a bunch of scraps on this and it was a lot of fun. I'm just going to glue the hat on. I'm not going to decorate anything right now. I'll show you at the end what I did with them. I just want to show you how to be able to make tags that either have a back on them that you can write your, any kind of to and from on, or if you wanted to open up. I'm going to make this one open up. So the back of this, all I did was draw around it on some white paper, on some white cardstock, some heavy cardstock. And I'm just going to trim him out. That way, you have the exact size. Since I had to put it together, I couldn't do it, beforehand. Trim inside of the line and always move the paper, not your scissors. And sometimes that's kind of hard and you wind up in a wonky position, but it really is the easiest way to cut when you're going into circular things and in corners. So I'm going to cut this out, and of course it's not going to be perfect, but I will show you what I do when we get to that point. I hope all of you are well. It's crazy times, I'm telling you. I thought we were getting through this. I got my booster, but and my shoulder's doing great. Thank you for all the kind notes. So no, I didn't have it perfect, so I'm just trimming it out because I don't want anything hanging out behind the hat, which was because the hat's black. It's pretty obvious. So it's kind of fussy, but it's really the only way to do it. Or I guess you could use a scanning hut you cut to do it. I just didn't bother getting mine out. Now the key is I want to make a crease so that the back will bend, and I'm going to just add a little bit of glue. You could definitely use score tape, and I'm leaving the hanger on this one for now, that little black part on the top, and I'm just folding that back. So now we have a usable little thing. Now you could cut too if it bothers you that the inside of the hat was black. We just jumped to it. I'm going to use this birdhouse kind of as a gingerbread house. It just is a die I had laying around, and I made two pieces. I'm going to trim them together. I put them together, and then I'm going to trim them. That way they're going to match exactly. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to score it. It doesn't really matter where you score it. I kind of like to give it a little bit of real estate to, glue on. So, I think that's like 3/4 of an inch. And I'm just going to do like I did with the snowman. So you can do any shape with this. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as there's a part of it that is, you can just glue together. It will work just fine. Now, I didn't like how that kind of looked squared off on the top, so I have to fix things every now and then. But see, there's a cute little, it's going to be a gingerbread house. Like I have the bird video on my playlist. I had an ornament die, but you could just use a big circle die and you can make a little topper for it or just use a hole punch. I'm using heavy white cardstock to sort of fortify this pattern paper. Here's our little snowman. I did cheat and use some the sweater die off another set, the Hero Arts set. I added some gumdrops to it and some googly eyes and just cut out a carrot and made a terrible mouth. I whenever I freehand something, it's always awful. And then here's a little gingerbread, and I put white icing around it. I mean, this kind of looks like maybe a kindergartner made it, but I wanted to show you more about the shaping and using supplies that you wouldn't normally use together. And I added gumdrops, and I had a bow from another set. I mixed up a lot of sets. That is a Simon Says stamp die that you can sew it with felt. And that's several years old. I don't know if those are available, but I cut the ears off, and there you go. Here comes this is a Hero Arts, My Monthly Hero kit. And I already had the ornament. It's also a Hero Arts die. I added some Nouveau drops to it, and that was pretty much it. And here's our little elf, some more gum drops. I colored in his eyes so everybody wouldn't have googly eyes. I actually put a real jingle bell on it, and he jingles, and some more Nouveau drops. And then Santa, I put some probably 20-year-old flocking on. All I did was put some glue down and sprinkle flocking on top and press it in. I couldn't find the new flocking that you just cut out, but this worked. And then I did Rudolph, and I did a little puffy ball nose, just using up craft supplies from, that have been laying around for years. So here are the final projects. I hope you enjoyed this. I used up a lot of scraps and had a lot of fun. I hope you'll try it using whatever you had. And I hope that you'll come back and see me, like and subscribe. That's really a big help. Tell your friends, and have a wonderful Christmas. I'm going to leave some videos here for you. Until next time, bye-bye.